don't applaud too much. I edited that like 2 hours ago.
Do us a favor and whatever you can, make Lanny Boob trending on Twitter.
Oh, I can do that.
I work out to make them nice and firm.
But no, this is the Team 4-Star panel, and our time is your time. You can ask us pretty much anything, except for 18-plus questions, which will be at the 18-plus panel that is at 9:30. And I think we have some special people maybe showing up.
Special people. I shouldn't be echoing everything, should I?
No, maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
Lanny Boob.
Hashtag. Tweet.
But you can ask us questions. You can ask characters questions, which we love doing that. And pretty much our time is your time, so ask away, gentlemen.
Krillin, what's your favorite ass whooping?
I have never heard that one before. I like the time I beat up that really smelly guy when I was a kid. You meant my ass getting kicked, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. I stood a chance against Piccolo when I was younger, and but I can still kick Yamcha's ass.
Yamcha's ass. Alrighty. Antfish, pick someone.
Dr. Horrible.
Okay, for Absol, if there was a chicken on fire, would you save it? If so, how?
I remember this question. Wait, no, it was different last year.
I'm the same guy.
I know you're the same guy. If there was a chicken on fire, would I save it? If so, how?
I thought you were alcohol.
No.
It's
I mean,
dinner.
It depends on how far gone it is. I'd probably try to end its suffering quickly and then have dinner.
I have to get to Abdul.
Abdul? Oh.
Yes. The question is to ask how I would save a chicken if it was on fire. The problem with that is, why would I save it? That is dinner right there.
Tell me something's bad.
Will it come back? That depends where I put the bones.
Okay. You there, young man in the green shirt.
Question for Mr. Popo.
Oh dear.
My brother and I have had a large debate over this, and do you think you could take Shenron in a fight?
Do the laugh.
I have an 18-plus question answer for that one. Yes. Man, that's piercing.
The sound levels are not right on that thing.
You can almost say that the sound levels are really high.
Next question. Lanny, pick one.
Let's see, Mr. Afro.
Alright. I want you to choose a random movie that's coming out in the next couple weeks and do a trailer with Ghost Nappa, Vegeta, and Mr. Popo.
I like this one.
Okay, so that's just me too. I like that. Okay.
Let's see,
Movie that's coming out soon. Oh, this.
The Dark Knight is coming out. Popo, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, who should be Batman?
Ghost Nappa needs to be Bane.
Ghost Nappa's Bane. Who should Vegeta be?
Okay, let's go to the side.
Meow. Got your car.
For me, what is yours? And then you will not have it anymore.
I can't do a raspy Popo. See, Mr. Popo, add some rasp. I am the night. See, nobody will ever no, it's actually
I
him.
am an earthquake machine. Be scared of me.
You cannot destroy Gotham. You're a maggot, and I'll stop you.
This is terrible. Why would you ask me? I mean, if 50 Shades of Grey, the movie was coming out, man, that would be more fun.
That would be
But
18
again, an 18 plus answer.
Yes, indeed.
18.
Wow,
Come on.
man, 18 plus panels can be fun.
50,
Let's just say
50
that.
Shades of Grey read by Nappa and Popo.
Napa, Guru, and Doria.
Doria reading 50 Shades.
And then he went.
Anyway,
No, just for all the first person pieces.
look at that smile. Hey,
He's like, oh
I'm thinking
no.
about it.
All right, Ann, you want to pick somebody? You already had a question. You in the blue.
Have you been having it where you've been trying to mix other emotions other than just comedy with the series, it seems, recently?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of times where we like to. Here's the thing with comedy: it's a delicate balance. You can't have like laughs going on all the time, otherwise the laughs aren't as impactful. You need to have a bit of drama worked in there. I mean, any long-running show will do that. Even like any comedy. I mean, if you look at Archer, there's even some like dramatic, action-packed moments in there. But then when like funny stuff happens, it's hilarious. That's why you always got to mix some drama in there. And plus, there are some moments in the show where it's just like, you got to take something seriously. Like, you can always make fun of the death of a character, but there's always going to be some resonance with it. Like, no matter what, something has changed in the plot, so you gotta deal with that. Like Goku going Super Saiyan.
Oh, that was awesome.
You can't have that be like a 100% joke. You can't just be like, whoop, 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 boing, 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 ha-ha, I'm Super Saiyan now, that kind of thing.
Derp, derp, derp.
Derp, 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 Super Saiyan, lol.
You synced it up perfectly.
What can I say? I'm a sinker.
But no, yeah, I think we're gonna look forward to season 3 for that, because there's, I think, a little bit more drama at the end, but like overall, there's kind of, the dramatic moments can be played up to such hilarious levels. Like Vegeta getting his arm broken by a girl. But I'm a Super Saiyan. You can't beat me up. I'll beat you up.
Please don't break my arm.
No.
Sorry, I didn't answer.
Antfish, pick another one.
What? Okay, you get to ask the question.
But have you guys ever considered like doing an episode where Vegeta and Ghost Nappa actually did go to Dairy Queen?
If the footage existed, we probably would have taken advantage of that.
I missed that episode of the actual show. If that actually existed, we definitely would have taken advantage of it. If there was ever a shot of Vegeta and Nappa just going to like a building anywhere, just like stopping in.
Well, I know. I always imagine just them sitting there eating ice cream, not even saying anything, just home.
Sorry that your dad died. I'm sorry your dad died, by the way. It's kind of like, whoa.
I'm trying to eat my blizzard, Nappa. Just.
Hey, look on the bright side. You have me. I know, it's kind of beautiful like that. You ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh, go on. You ever been to a Turkish bathhouse?
Okay, next question.
We're riding that line.
Yeah, we seem to be riding the line. Pick someone else.
Sonic over there.
You got any plans for Nappa now that he's back, like in season 3?
We don't have any real plans for him, although obviously if you watch that part, we do tie him slightly in with Hercule a little. We're not sure what we're going to do with that yet, or we don't have any immediate plans for Nappa right now.
Nothing really right now. We're more focusing on the androids mostly, and
Garlic Jr. Garlic Jr. needs to be done. We're doing Garlic Jr. Don't you awe it? We have plans.
I look forward to 2 episodes right now, where Cell shows up and where Trunks shows up. Those are my 2. The Trunks episode, I can't wait for that one. We're gonna have so much fun scripting that one.
We have a lot of plans for Cell and the androids.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
We're sorry, we love you.
It's okay. Bye, Lady Thor.
I like the
Lady
Justice
Loki.
League more than you guys.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I'm gay for Tom Hiddleston. I'm kidding. Who isn't?
Let's see.
Which one's Thor?
Street Rat. Thor, right there.
No. What's Thor's actor?
Oh,
Chris Hiddleston.
He's so yummy. Seriously, I seriously think Thor is the best chick flick of the year, without a doubt.
Yup.
Oh, don't owe me. You watched the same movie I did.
It's like when Kaiser's not here, you just absorb all the gay.
I know. Just a scout. Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see. You with the baton.
Yes, this is for, well, this isn't really a question. I just want to hear Taka sing Call Me Maybe in his dark voice.
Okay, how do the lines go? Because I actually don't know. Off the top,
I just met you, and this is
crazy.
But here's my number. Call me maybe.
Thank you. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number.
See you later, maybe.
Hey, I just saw you, and this is creepy, but I'm in the shadows. Hi, baby.
Doria.
Hey, I just met you. This is crazy. I'm a woman. Hey, I just met you. And now, I'm the person I was trying to seduce.
See, here's the thing. I couldn't tell if you actually fell asleep or not, because you're still incredibly young.
I am. I flew out of Vancouver at 11 o'clock last night.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, it was a riot. No. Okay.
That joke's a year old.
Yeah, we need to have another one. Already. Antfish, pick someone else.
Street Rat.
You guys plan on doing the Driver's Ed episode?
That is the greatest episode of Dragon Ball Z in the history of Dragon Ball Z. There is nothing greater than the driving lesson episode. If only for one thing. Hearing Piccolo say, "Move, bitch, get out the way."
Hey, Piccolo, what kind of car are you driving? Dodge!
There we go. It's funny, because John McNeil, the first English voice actor for Piccolo, he actually, when he quotes that line, "What kind of car do you drive?" "Well, I drive a Dodge!" And he did that without even watching the show. He incorporated the joke.
I always feel kind of bad for the voice actors of the actual show who get, like, told, like, "Oh, can you say this line? What's that from?" Like, some of them don't know who we are.
Yeah, and I understand. I don't want them to hate us.
If it's any consolation, Chris Sabat likes us.
That's nice. Chris, he likes us.
He's a cool guy. We actually got to meet him earlier this year at
We got to meet him twice. We went for pizza with him. It was fun.
We had pizza with him in Texas.
And it was so funny. All of us are sitting there. Me, Kaiser, Lanny, and Chris Sabat, and the table across from us is like two guys wearing Capsule Corp outfit. Capsule Corp.
Yeah, I don't know if they knew who like he was or who we were, but we just found it kind of amusing. Actually, funny story about Chris Sabat before you go on. Okay, so I was playing Final Fantasy Dissidia drunk. No. And I come across like his character. I forget who does he play? Like
Garland.
Garland. Yes, he plays Garland. Okay. And like I was having like a boss battle against him. So I'm like struggling against it for like an hour because I'm drunk and uncoordinated, and that's not the kind of game you want to play when you're like that. But then I finally beat it. I get on my phone, I text him, "Kicked your ass!"
And what did he send back, Lenny?
Neat. Okay, you can ask them right now.
Antfish asked somebody.
Antfish, always pick.
Always. Forever and always.
You in the back.
Are you doing any more Rick series,
Double fisting microphone.
Oh, God.
On the line.
There's that new JoJo anime that's coming out.
Winky face.
That's all I'm gonna say.
The cross.
the D-pad.
The box.
Oh, you're a Wiimote.
Like, it was kind of the most absurd, like, thing that related to a fan that happened to you guys.
The most absurd thing
I
related
can't.
to a fan that happened.
I can't say it at this panel.
Taka, you have a few.
You have a few.
You have a few that you can't say at this panel. Let's see. I think the most absurd thing that ever kind of happened, like, I haven't had a whole lot.
No, there was this guy at one of our panels just screaming about pissing on a chicken. It was like, what the hell?
Let's see. I have two concerning fans. One was kind of one that made me feel a little uncomfortable. One was kind of like a holy shit, that's awesome moment. I censored myself. Anyway, I'll tell the uncomfortable one first. So I was at a convention earlier this year. Taka, you weren't there yet. You were still flying in.
Yep.
And this one guy, like this kid, couldn't have been very, it must have been like around 12 or 13, something, early puberty stage. Just kind of walks up to me like, oh my God, you're Lanipator. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And it's like, this kid obviously like drove a long way, and he told me it was just to meet me. So I'm like, okay. And he just kind of tagged around me for a while, like, because I'm just exploring the convention space. Because that's what I do on the first day. That's what I do. I just go around, see where everything is, look what the shops have. Oh, that's cool. That kind of thing. But this kid's just like following me the whole way. And then I go into this room where they're doing boffing. So I go in there and I do that for like half an hour. He's waiting. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna tell this kid just like go away. Just uncomfortable now. Because I'd feel like a complete dick at that point. Because it's just a kid. I'm not gonna tell him just go away. But he just started doing this one thing that kind of got me. Like every time I would like talk to somebody, like I'd go up and I'd talk to the artists because I appreciate like some of the art that these guys do. And then as I start to walk away, the kid just goes, "Do you know who that was? That was Lanipator." And the guy's like, "I don't know who that is." He's like, "You should know who that is. You should like this kid. I don't know. He I'm sure he had the best of intentions, but it was just like one of those things where it just made me feel a little uncomfortable.
Hey, I just met you.
Yeah. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but you're Lanipator. Be my best friend, maybe? It was one of those things. It was one of those situations where I just felt bad, like I couldn't just say go away, and
could have had Popo do it.
Could have had Popo do it, but then he'd be scarred.
Why aren't you devouring a baby right now?
He already had lunch. But the awesome one was actually a couple of years ago. Like Team 4-Star just kind of started going, and I was dropping off my girlfriend after a date, and I was driving home, and this cop car like pulled a guy over, and the guy starts going away. And then the cop immediately pulls me over. Like, I think, oh wow, whatever I did must have been severely worse than whatever that guy was doing. So I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I was speeding, maybe I did something. This cop walks up, he says, license and registration. And I'm driving a new car at this point, and it's illegal in Minnesota to drive around without proof of insurance. So I didn't have insurance on this car yet. So I'm like, oh crap. So I give him my license. And I'm like, I just start digging around in my glove box, feigning that I'm going to find something. I'm not going to. And then he's just like, you look familiar. And I'm thinking, no, this is a local cop. So I'm like, yeah, probably seen me around somewhere. I was like, this sounds weird, but do you make videos on the internet? Yes. He's like, are you Lanipator?
And his response was?
My response?
I'm Lanipator.
I'm Lanipator. And he's just like, oh my God, my kid and I, we love your stuff. We love your Yu Hakusho. We love Dragon Ball Z. We love your Outside the Otaku series. I'm like, Really? He's like, yeah, man, I was just gonna say that you were following that guy that you were driving behind a little too closely, so I'm just gonna let you off with a warning for now. I just love your work. And he just hands me my license, says, you just have a good night. I'm like, you too. I sit there on the cop drives away.
You know, I like that you've done multiple times.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and yes, I've admitted my guilt several times now. Hopefully this cop will never see this. I'm gonna track that son of a bitch down now. I had him on something. Yeah, so I'm just sitting there, just like as the cop drives away, immediately pull up my phone. Oh my god, guys, you gotta hear this. And I texted like everybody I knew that story, like that instant.
Alright, the most awkward thing with the fan for me would be at YomaCon, which was the first time I was a guest there. After we had done our Team 4-star panel, I was walking off, and then I see these guys surround me, and I hear 1, 2, 3, then all of a sudden I hear them yell out manliest hug, and they all hug me.
It's awesome though.
It was Zero Master.
Oh.
You don't know who that is.
He's here. He's here at the con today.
Uh-oh.
You're lying.
Manliest hug.
And the most awesome thing was when I got a piece of fan art of, do you guys know about when I did that epilogue episode, that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Time or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Someone actually gave me a drawing of, you know when Finn and Jake are like on the mountain at the end, it's like Adventure Time? They actually drew like the same thing that was just like that, but they called it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Time, and it was Finn as Dio and Jake as Jotaro, which I thought was pretty sweet.
I was there when you got that. You were just blown away. You're like, oh my god!
Yeah. They did it in colored pencil. They went all out.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
They went to Staples.
Actually, the first con I went to, YomaCon, I got given something from a fan, which was a little Ghost Nappa badge. I keep it in my wallet still because it was the first time I ever got given anything by a fan. I still keep it with me because it's, it's a reminder that we have really awesome fans like you, and it's just an amazing experience to come to every con and meet you guys. So thank you. I say as two people leave. Oh, everyone looks, they're gone. But no, yeah.
Yeah, you got one non-18 plus awkward one in you.
No.
I think
you do.
Which one?
One.
Which one?
YomaCon, man.
The first YomaCon.
Yeah, that's not 18 plus.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I can say.
And then you got to tell the follow-up one.
Oh yeah.
I'm so tired. It's after our panel. This is literally
The first panel we ever did.
2 minutes before I got given that the badge, and this girl comes up to me. She's like, "You're really, really, really cute." I'm like, "Oh, thank you," and she blurts out, "I'm 18." My reaction was this. Ah, cool.
And then the very next year,
I told this story at the next panel next year, and I go into
the very next question.
The very next question after I told it, I went to the crowd, and you have a question? I just want to say I'm sorry.
No, the first thing she said was, "I'm 19 now."
What did she say? She said
she's 19 now.
Well, I think I realized and I shut everything down after that.
Yeah, you were just like, and then you just walked in.
Did I cartwheel out or something?
No, you just like dropped the microphone. Ah!
I ran for the hills.
You ran all the way out of the, you ran up to the stage, around the back of the stage, up the side of the room, out the back of the room.
Yeah.
And that was a big room too. Like, there was I think the main stage here big,
So yeah, that was an awkward. All of a sudden